Welcome back, Candle Boys. Today we're checking out The Summer Hikaru Died. We just watched the first 4 episodes. What'd you think?
What are y'all doing to me, man? All I gotta say is we definitely should have watched this when it first came out. We definitely missed a lot of it, and we definitely slept on it. And we apologize because this right here is one of the nicest mystery animes I've ever seen in a long time, actually.
Bro, so before we even get into it, just the way it's shot is crazy. It feels like I'm watching a legit horror show. Like,
literally.
Every moment, like, they just be like, it's like uncanny angles they be showing. And it just makes you feel like, yo, can I trust this person? Or what's going to happen to that person? Like, every single time I see something, or especially when somebody peeps something around them, I'm like,
I think it's like a horror show that I don't want to end for some reason.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
There's just high tension.
Yeah.
Like, the tension is always high in this show, no matter what's going on. Just because, like, the way they are like structuring the mystery, the big bad is technically right there the whole time, right? Mm-hmm. But like he doesn't even fully understand what he is, which makes it way more terrifying. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, well, let's just start from the top, okay? This show is called The Summer Hikaru Dies, so I thought it was going to be a mystery about Hikaru Die. Bro, the show starts off.
The show is about him dying.
I mean, yeah, but he
did die.
He's gone. Bro, the show starts off and like there are like a bunch of people running through a forest yelling Hikaru, trying to find this guy, right? Mm-hmm. You see a young kid, and initially the way it's shot, I thought the young kid was Hikaru, like the black-haired guy.
Yeah,
right. His name starts with a Y. I don't know how to pronounce it, but he's his best friend, right? As soon as it cuts from that, we then see this guy seeing his boy Hikaru. Right, and he's just chilling next to him, like outside of like an ice cream shop or something, right? And they go sit on the bench outside, and they're chilling, like low-key, just like yapping. You know what I'm saying? Yapping with the boys. And homie in the black hair goes, "You're not my dude." I was like, "Yo, what you talking about?" And immediately I was thinking, like, "Oh well, if that's really not Hikaru, then he's gonna like try to lie." But nah, he like started, like his face started melting. He goes, "What gave me away?" I was like,
yeah,
nah.
That threw me off. He said, "Dang," he said, "I thought I copied every single thing that he does."
Bro,
what made you think that wasn't him? And
terrifying.
That freaked me out.
And then he hugs him and he's like, "Look, man, I actually do like you, right? Let's not change this. I don't want to kill you." I was like, oh, oh my god.
That awful
off the top.
And we come to find out that we know our homie's like a really depressed dude, so like him like holding all of this in, knowing that his friend's gone, bro, and he kind of has to just deal with it. That's like,
you hanging out with an imposter the whole time,
bro.
He's stronger than me, bro. I would have just left one day. Like, I mean,
he tried to leave one day, took all those pills. I know y'all saw that. He was sitting in his bed in pain. And it didn't work.
That's rough. That's rough, man. Like I said, this show starts off with a bang. And honestly, at first I was like, well, that's like a lot of the mystery. I didn't really know where they were going to go from there. But when I say that was just the start, I am not kidding. Because holy crap, bro. This whole town is just messed up. They like in some like small backwater Japanese town. They have like all these like cultural like almost like rituals and just like understandings of how the world is. And like in this town, like low key, especially the older people, they kind of are just aware that there's like yokai / monsters in this mountain. Even
some of the younger cats too, like they just can sense stuff and they can feel around. They kind of understand that there is something there that's living that they can't necessarily see,
bro. And apparently at the center of this mystery is actually Hikaru's family. Right, because his family's apparently been on this mountain almost potentially probably like longer than everybody else. And so we find out piece by piece that like his dad and every male before him was always like doing some sort of like ritual to kind of like make sure that the mountain gods were happy. And the mountain god is essentially potentially what took over Hikaru's body. So that just gives me all types of just like confusion here, because his family was supposed to have like a good relationship with that god, because his dad was even like, oh yeah, as long as we keep the mountain god happy, like they'll never harm a member of our family. But his dad died, and then he potentially got killed.
Yeah,
on the mountain.
And that thing that took over Hikaru claims that he didn't kill Hikaru either.
Bro.
So that's what makes me think, I'm like,
this is terrifying.
Are you lying to him, or are you like just trying to get away with something. I don't know. But like you were saying before, people notice like things that they think are weird, and that's when we saw that old lady kind of look at the new Hikaru all differently. She was like, "Hey man, see who you hanging out with? It's a little sus."
Bro, I was about to go about the old lady from episode 1 though.
That's what I was talking about.
No, the one that died.
That's what I'm talking about. The first lady. That's the first lady we saw in episode. I don't know if it was episode 1 or 2.
Yeah, you're right. But, the old lady. Yeah,
she looked at him and she was just like, "Hey man, you see that?" And she looked at him all weird, and then
you said, "Why is he here?"
Oh. Exactly, and then Hikaru just gave her that look. You remember? And then they ended up going home, and then literally a scene after that, he pulls up.
Kills her.
We don't know if it was him, but it looked like him. He's like, "Oh, I'm outside. He's all, "I'm in your house." I was like, "Nah,
that was straight horror, bro.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here."
That was straight horror right there, man.
But it just was scary because the Hikaru thing, he made it like he stared at her for a while right after, and then it like cuts to that it looked like it was him that followed her. It's all
straight up.
But
I think what's even crazier about this is his best friend like kind of peeped it, and he saw that the old lady died the next day, and he kind of just, I know he sees the correlation.
Yeah.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah, I would
but
say
he was
so.
like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna question it today.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood, bro.
Yeah, that looked crazy. You know what I mean? That looked crazy. But outside of just him trying to like deal with his emotions for his friend, and also like kind of he's dealing with his grief through this shapeshifter. Right? Because he kind of is still enjoying being around the shapeshifter, because the shapeshifter does know everything about Hikaru and literally acts just like him. So that probably is kind of like helping his depression, because like, even though he's gone, he knows like he still gets to like experience being around the homie in a sense.
Yeah.
But like what really started to throw me off though is that behind this happening, right? Like this world is so good at just like connecting like everything else to what's going on with the main characters. Because we have like a whole other organization with this older Denji guy who like he apparently just like hunts supernatural phenomena. Like he carries around like hamsters and like crowbars. He'd be moving around, you know what I'm saying? And he has like all these different methods to like kind of like get to these creatures.
I'm wondering if he's ever caught any of these creatures though.
I think he did in the first scene. Remember there was like a face in the closet, and he like peeled it out the closet.
Oh, okay.
He has methods though, because he has like
I just didn't know if he's just doing all this because he thinks it's going to work, or
he's getting represented by a company, bro. Like there's a large corporation behind him apparently.
Well then,
like a full of semi-exorcists or something like him. You know what I mean? They just won't name what the corporation. Every time they talk about his company, they just go to the company. So it's like still a mystery there. But like even that dude who's supposed to be like super like, I guess just nice at his job, right? Like 0% failure rate. He came to this time, he was like, "Oh no, something big here." And that's when I was just like, "Yeah, bro, I don't know what they're gonna do about this, man, because this Hikaru lookalike is different." When one of his homies was going down a path, because apparently there's like multiple of these, but Hikaru's imposter's like the OG, I guess, like probably the biggest and strongest one from what it seems like. But one of his homies in class, he's like, "Hey man, like there's a freaking detour now because the way home got blocked off, so I have to go through the forest path." He's like, "I don't like it, bro." He's like, "Nah, man, like y'all gotta come with me. That joint is messed up. I can't even look up when I'm in there." He's smart, because they end up all going over there. And at first, everybody was chilling. You know what I mean? But then it was like halfway through, like on the way back, because they had just left him, because they got him through the path. On the way back, like this weird like back rooms creature pulled up on him, bro. It was like swaying.
Yeah, it was like a
bro. And then Hikaru's best friend started looking at it. I was like, oh.
But what I saw that made me freak out more was the fact that the Hikaru clone, he literally said, "Dang, you looked at it." Like it's so normal to him, you know? That's what made me more freaked out. It's not even about what I saw. It's the fact that he's like, "Wow, bro, you really looked at that?" Like, come on, dog. Like that freaked me out. I'm like, nah, something's wrong with you, dog. Something's really wrong with you.
That's some real alien stuff, man.
Yeah.
Because it was crazy. And he ends up like eating that one to protect, let's call him Y. You know what I'm saying? And I was just sitting there like, dang, I ain't gonna lie. I'd be more scared of him.
And then he just goes, he fought back a little bit, just gave me a bloody nose, and then That was it.
He just moved on with his life.
I was like, nah, bro.
It was just nuts, bro. Like I said, every time I'm watching this show, I'm just sitting there like, I really don't know where it's gonna go. I have anxiety watching this show, and I don't get anxiety easily.
Me out, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That reminds me. He said, "Don't look at them. Only look at me. Only I can latch on to you." When he said that, I said, "Excuse me."
Yeah, latch is a crazy word to use. Like I said, bro, I think his homies is cooked. Like, you know what I'm saying? He been getting warned. The old lady warned him. This middle-aged mom was like, "Hey, I don't like what's going on with that guy. You need to get away from him." Like, he's just not peeping game. You know what I mean? Like, he's just too like caught on to like his homie that died that he just can't really let go of this new creature, even though like it hurts him to also be around him, man. To the point where even after this messed up incident, where I'm sitting here like, yo, that was gross. Homie goes back and he's like, yo, what are you? And like the Hikaru opens himself and he's like, put your hand in.
We need to talk to y'all. Why y'all got me watching that, bro?
Hey, man.
What y'all got me watching, man?
Don't say we don't watch romance.
Ain't no way this dude
we had
his whole hand in his dude's stomach and we're getting aroused from it. Pause.
I was sitting there dumbfounded when that scene popped up. Well, I was like, oh.
What do y'all got me watching, man?
You and his good
I'm upset that they both really enjoyed that.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. I'd have been grossed out right here.
But like towards the end is when he actually like kind of like grabbed him a little bit too much,
sucked him in there.
Yeah, and that's when he freaked out. But I'm like, you already agreed to put your hand in there. You have no excuse.
In that alien stuff,
bro.
Nah.
He said, "Oh, I ain't never felt like this before." What?
What do you mean by that?
Nani?
That is crazy, man.
Nah, disgusting.
Because he's just too comfortable to me. I get that was your homie, but this ain't it. Y'all wasn't doing that.
Disgusting.
Y'all was not doing that, man. That's crazy.
Nah, they dating in another world, bro, or this world. I don't know.
And that's not even what I'm mad at. I'm just sitting here like this is an extraterrestrial.
Like he just agreed to just do
that.
Yeah,
like I'm not. That's like sticking my hand in like a lion's mouth. I just saw him take out a freaking
I don't know
ET in the forest. I'm not putting my hand in there.
Tripping, bro.
You feel me? But hey, that's just me, man. Because after that, bro, the next episode 3, is where it really started to pop off. Because this man, at this point, he's like at the stage where he's like, you know what? This man is not Hikaru, right? So he's just mad depressed. He's like, he's fine looking. He's just accepting. Like, yeah, it's not him. My boy died, and this is not the same. And so he's ready to go talk to the middle-aged lady, because that lady was like, hey, like, here's my number. When you're ready to talk, let me know, right? Before that, he goes to hang out with Hikaru because he brought like a watermelon, because Hikaru and his parents like love watermelon, at least his mom. And while his mom is like setting up the watermelon and stuff, she calls him into the room, and so Hikaru was just left in the room they used to be in by himself with his phone. He's like, what's going on? Because he gets a text. Checks his text like a lover. Like, who's texting this man? Sees that it's a number that like, or from a person that they just don't even like know or talk to. So he's just like, this is weird. You know what I'm saying? And so he kind of just keeps quiet about it initially. After that, this man leaves, right? His best friend, Hikaru's best friend, leaves. Goes to talk to that lady. That lady apparently, one, she has extremely sharp senses when it comes to supernatural stuff. Like she can just tell when stuff's happening. And she was telling him like, look, I don't know exactly when it happened, but it was around when like this incident happened where a boy got lost. But like whatever, there used to be a bad omen, a bad feeling in the mountains, but that feeling in the mountains left. And it's around here somewhere. And I have a feeling you know about it. I was like, oh.
Why is she
knows the whole plot. She was on him, bro. And so he was just sitting there like, and she was like, look, let me just be real with you. I've had a similar situation happen. Apparently her husband got like replaced by one of these things at some point, right? And like she was also in denial or whatever, but she had to get to a certain point. She somehow got rid of it / him.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, oh, like, you're different. You're built different.
Yeah.
But she was literally just telling him like, look, I'm not going to tell you how to resolve this situation, but you need to get away. Because I wish I had gotten away sooner. I was just like, yo, that's crazy. So she's going to be a recurring character, I feel like, because I just don't see this lasting very well, man.
Or Hikaru gonna kill her.
Yeah, Hikaru might get to her first, man.
He might get to her first. When it's cooked, then I don't know.
Because with this episode, we get to see like as soon as that happens,
you like confronted him, right?
Yes, but what happened is, Hikaru's best friend goes to school. He's like mad depressed at school. Hikaru's trying to find him because like school ended, and he was like, "Well, we gotta go home." You know what I'm saying? They normally like walk home together. And he asked like one of the girls to go help him find his best friend. His best friend's sitting in the classroom, depressed as hell. The girl comes up, she's like, "Hey, Hikaru's looking for you." He's like, "Hey, just tell that dude to go home by himself. Like today, I'm gonna walk home by myself, right?" Because he's still thinking about all this. And so Hikaru, stubborn, that's just his character, goes up there and he's like, "Yo, let's go home." And then he's like, "I can't go home." And then he starts like low-key like breaking down. He was like you're not him. You'll never be him. And this man, Hikaru, loses it, bro. And he literally like explodes out of his body, covers the whole room, and descends on this dude, bro. It looked crazy. Like he was holding him down with Hikaru's body, but at the same time, like the freaking alien stuff was pouring out of him into his mouth.
Bro, this is crazy,
bro.
To me.
Alien meat.
Alien meat is
in his mouth. That's what happened.
Hey man, that doesn't surprise me though. Especially him putting his whole hand in him.
Bro, and what made it even worse is like at first he's over here like struggling. He's like, "Oh," and then he goes, "Oh, it hurts," and he was like, "Oh, it feels good." I was like, "Feels good." Your Honor. Yo,
they weird, bro. They weird together, bro.
And then like low key, like right before like he presumably would have died, like fake Hikaru brings all of his like alien out of like back into his body. He's like, "Oh, I can't kill you, man. I can't do it. I love you too much," or whatever. Like, yo, he's like, "You mean too much to me." Like, he's like, "You mean a lot to him, but you also mean a lot to like me, like literally like the actual alien itself." So like he can't like differentiate at this point, I guess, between his memories and what he cares about versus what Hikaru cared about. So like he just like leaves and runs off, and so homie's just sitting there like, okay. it's just crazy, man, because as soon as that happened, he had like a scar right like on his hand from that experience, right wherever he held him first. It was like this weird like almost like birthmark thing on there. And the next scene, you get to see him like when he comes back to school, and obviously Hikaru didn't go to school because he's depressed because he almost killed his friend type shit. You know what I mean? And then we go to Denji, and Denji's out here still snooping, but I've noticed on his neck he also has
that same exact
kind of scar, and I was like,
that means he's been touched by one of them.
On me.
In that same exact way too.
Me, you got demon cooties. I don't know, man. But like it's just like wow, because those two like worlds are kind of separate right now. They're looking for each other in a sense, but like at the same time, it's cool to see like them trying to uncover the mysteries, and as the watchers, we're getting like kind of a bigger picture of what's going on. But both ends are low-key lost. Like these dudes might get killed out here. They might not.
I think Denji got like involved with the one that's taking over Hikaru is what I'm thinking, and he's just trying to find him specifically. Exactly. Because of what happened in the past. That's what I think.
I think that's a good theory, though. Because he seems to have a decent amount of knowledge, but at the same time, he's never dealt with this one in particular. You know what I mean? And he's trying to like get more info at the locals, but they're kind of like, they're not trusting.
Yeah, they don't want to die.
They don't want to really tell him everything. So it's definitely interesting seeing him trying to like delve deeper into this as carefully as he can go, while this man Hikaru's out here just like the demon lord, bro. Like I don't know. Like sometimes he just be looking at people in the show, and I'm just like,
bro, I know. I'm like, you're next.
Yeah, like you gonna eat that guy?
You're next, bro. Like,
I don't know. It's crazy, man. Like I said, all the way up to episode 4, peak. Right? Like when it comes to just like tension, thriller, even romance. If you like that kind of romance, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's for you. It's definitely there.
They got it all, man.
For sure, man. This one's crazy. Like I'm not sure what happened in like the latest episode, bro.
Well, Denji pulls up on his boys, and they were getting ready to like have a meeting or eat something, and he showed up with a sock with a hole in it. You know, come on, man.
Bro,
don't mind that. I don't mind that.
They in the boonies, but they think he's the hillbilly.
Yeah, but I guess he wanted to like talk to them about like what he's been seeing and all this, and they were talking about something with the map on the wall. I forgot about that part. You remember it showed like all the pathways.
It's because this town has no
ways out, right? Or just those four directions?
It wasn't even that. It was they don't have a church. There's only a shrine in this town.
Oh, okay.
So like everybody's kind of like locked into this like culture and ritual that goes on. And so he was trying to understand why that's the case when there's a bunch of other small communities nearby that are more like open to like more current stuff. You know what I mean? And that's why he tried to set up the freaking barrier at the festival.
Yes.
Remember, they do festivals for the gods.
Yeah, we found out. And stuff we found out his barriers are very expensive.
Bro, he loses an organ.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did he lose for that one? That's crazy. You really
it's very hard to come by to get these barriers, is what it sounds like.
I'm like, unless he just like buying organs off people or something. Like that's nuts. You know what I mean? But it was definitely a crazy episode. We kind of got to see that Hikaru is not completely like unstoppable. That barrier did stop him. I'm not sure if he got hurt by it.
He got upset. No, he did because his
couldn't
hand.
Go in. Yeah, his hand was all jacked up.
Yeah.
So there's definitely like counters to him, but at the same time, like I don't know what's gonna happen when like people start like pushing him again.